Yo, 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 how y'all doing, man? My name is Kevin Brown, and you watching Bedtime Stories.
Can't sleep at night. It will be alright. It will be alright.
And tonight, we got the girl with the big questions. And I chose this book because growing up, I was always a kid who had a lot of questions. I wanted to know where you were from, where your mama was from, how tall are you, do you like volcanoes? I just want to know everything, man. I was a real inquisitive child, you feel me? And I just want to see who else likes to ask questions, you feel me? I want to be reminded to the good old days when I was a young kid, because if y'all don't know it, y'all are gonna miss these times when you're a kid. I know you want to say all the time that you can't wait till you're grown and all this, but y'all don't know how cool it is to be a kid. So, I'm about to go back in the past and remember how it was for me as a kid, man. So y'all know what to do. Go get your snacks, go get comfortable, go get your mom, your dad, because they probably want to reminisce and see how it was when they was a kid too. You feel me? Go get everybody, man. Call up your classmates. Just get everybody you know, man. Because we about to read The Girl with the Big Questions. Let's do this, man. The Girl with Big Questions. Written by Britney Lee, illustrated by Jacob Suva. There once was a girl with twinkling eyes and a very curious mind. This girl was always asking questions whose answers weren't easy to find. The world is so very interesting. She wanted to learn all she could. From what makes a plane stay in the sky to what makes each person good. Her days were filled with adventure galore, since her mind was so full of wonder. How long can a turtle stay in its shell? Why does lightning come before thunder? Why can't people live on the moon? What happens to stars when they fall? When will you let me stay up all night? Why even have a bedtime at all? What does the dog do while I'm at school? Hey, how was the whole world made? And why do we have big hearts that can feel hurt and upset and afraid? Could I fly if I got a good running start? The nearest volcano is where? Are monsters real? What's Spanish for blue? Is it okay to cut my own hair? From the moment she opened her eyes for the day to the time she was tucked into bed, she'd ask and ask and ask and ask every question that popped in her head. At first, her neighbors, teachers, and friends tried to answer her wonder-filled mind. But after a while, their encouraged smiles were replaced by rolling of eyes. She noticed her questions were making them tense, and one day her class hit their limit. After she asked a dozen things about clouds, the class hollered, "Please stop, just quit it." Embarrassed, the girl tried to quiet her thoughts and not raise her voice so curious, so that no one would be so uncomfortable or even worse, furious. But one day, she found the nest of a bird built low and exposed near the ground. Why would a nest not be in a tree? She wondered, and then she looked around. She was all by herself with no one to ask, so she ran to the library shelves. She read about cities and the lack of safe places for birds to build nests for themselves. Like hunting for treasure, she searched and learned more answers that made her frown. With an urgent report, she announced to her class, "There are not enough trees in our town." The class, now moved by this information, asked questions about how to embark on a project to help both the birds and the neighbors by planting more trees in the parks. The girl knew then that big questions are good and answers aren't just things to know. There are things to discover alongside each other. Asking questions is how we all grow. Woo! Man, this book brought so many memories back to me, man. I remember. I ain't even gonna go into it, man. I'm not even gonna just start reminiscing and telling y'all all my old stories about when I used to ask questions. But I am gonna tell y'all the lesson that I learned. And that lesson that I learned, well, a lesson that I was reminded, is that it's no wrong questions. You feel me? If you have something on your brain, ask it. You never know. Your question could save the world. You feel me? You might ask something that no one has ever asked before, and that question could change everything. You feel me? So if you need to know something, ask it. Don't ever feel like you're stupid. You know, you heard the old saying, there's no such thing as a stupid question. You feel me? So always ask. You know what I mean? If ever you got a question, ask it. Ask it. Ask it. Ask your mom, ask your dad, ask your sister, ask Google. You know what I mean? And after you ask that question, go do some research on the answer that someone gave you just to make sure it's right. You know what I mean? You always got to double check people, because sometimes people might tell you the wrong answer to your question. You feel me? Never be afraid to ask a question. Now, what y'all learned, man? Tell me in the comments, on my phone, text me. Just let me know, man, because I know y'all got some crazy lessons that I never even thought of, because y'all are geniuses. You feel me? Each and every one of you are geniuses. You feel me? But yeah, y'all, I'm about to dip, man. About to go lay it down, man. It's been a long night, man. But y'all know what it is. Be you, be true, and be back tomorrow morning for the early word. And remember, when you go to school tomorrow, ask as many questions as you need to. Don't let anybody make you feel stupid for asking questions. For real. They probably the stupid ones for not asking.